To tell here with middleweight contender Jahi Tucker fighting a really good fight June 27th on the undercard of that Jaron Ennis Xander Zayas Boots summer blockbuster fight in Brooklyn in
Mm.
Jahi's home state of New York. Man, Jahi, before we get to fighting in your hometown, do you give a fuck about the Knicks right now? Is that even on your mind, or are you just
I
all
mean, I'm always all business, but you gotta give. Listen, this is the first time in my life that the Knicks have even ever got this far. So it's like, and I'm not even a real Knicks fan. You feel me? But I gotta give credit where credit is due. Like I've never expected this ever in my life to see the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals.
are you training in New York right now, or where's camp?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm out in New York right now. I was out in Philly for a while. I was training out in boots with boots in them, and
Mhm.
then I came back to New York. Word. So, everything is good. We got like I want to say a little bit over 3 weeks left to the fight, and I'm excited, man. I'm ready to get in there.
Definitely want to, as we talk further about the Duran camp and your experiences in there. But
Mm.
what part of New York are you finishing up camp? And I ask because I want to
Yeah.
ask, what's the city like right now? What's
Oh
what's
yeah.
the pros
And
like
not
right now?
the city is live right now. I do my camp in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, you feel me? I'm fighting in Brooklyn too. So it's like, you know, right now the city's active, the city's live, everybody's in a good mood. The sun is shining, the Knicks in the NBA finals. Shushu just won the world championship. Shit, everything's going the right direction.
A lot of momentum and energy heading
Yeah,
into that borough for June
yeah,
27th, then, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So let me ask you before we get into the fight and everything. Are you
Mhm.
Jamaican?
Yeah, yeah, I'm Jamaican. My parents are both Jamaican born immigrants. I'm the first one born here.
Because
Word.
that's your father in the corner, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought I heard that little Jamaican twang, and
Yeah, nah, yeah, for sure. You probably did. You probably did. My dad, he definitely a real yard man, real Rasta.
well, man, since the days of like Mike McCallum, the
Mm,
Jamaicans are known as very tough in the
yeah,
boxing ring, man. Did you
yeah,
I mean, I know you're only 23 years old, but did your
yeah.
dad put you on to Mike McCallum? You ever watch some Mike?
Yeah, like when you ever think about any other Jamaican boxers, like the first thing they bring up is Mike McCallum. He's like I want to say he's probably the Jamaican goat so far. Like un, until maybe like I don't know if they'd consider me like because he was born there, but when I win my world championship and stuff, I guess maybe I can rival him for that title. But right now, for sure, he's the Jamaican goat. Right.
Well, when he fought Julian Jackson, who was from the Virgin Islands,
Mhm.
the energy from the fans was crazy in that fight because it's
Yeah.
from the Caribbean.
Both Caribbean, yeah, word.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of like this fight, like
Yeah.
Cedeno is from the Dominican Republic. You got Jamaican roots, man.
Yeah.
How do you think that shapes into the fight?
So I think it definitely gonna shape into the fight a lot. Dominicans got a really strong history with this boxing stuff. Jamaicans, we got rich history too, but I think the Dominican guys, a couple more notable guys to think about. But I'm just gonna show them, bro. Like he could be black, white, Spanish, red, blue, white, yellow. Like I'm gonna beat the hell out of him, bro. Like, and that's the most thing. By the time he leaves, he's gonna be back in blue, bro. So, and that's all that's been on my mind lately, bro. You feel me? Destroy, destroy, destroy.
I didn't check the odds, but I think you might. I would have again. I should check. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you might be an underdog. He's had
Yeah.
a lot of hype behind. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, no, and I'd expect that. He's 14, 12 knockouts, Olympic resume. He's ranked higher than I am right now. And I've never been stranger to being the underdog. So I'm not tripping on that part at all. I just gotta go show why. You just put your money on me, bro. You're gonna make some extra bread tonight. Facts.
Well, you're actually ranked a little higher with the IBF, and he's ranked a little
Really?
higher with the
All right, what's the
WBO.
WBO? Yep.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Yeah, just like that.
What do you think of him, though? He's a tall southpaw with
Mhm.
power, good athleticism. What do you think
Yeah.
of him?
I think he's good. I think he's a formidable opponent. Um, but I don't think he has anything for me, bro. Like, every time I watch him fight, I get more and more and more confident. Like, I'm just ready to just go out there and, like I said, just dominate, bro. Like, this is my fight to really show I'm levels above the competition. I'm levels above Yuri. And anybody else at middleweight who feels froggy, they can leave, bro. I'm right here. I don't go nowhere. They just gotta come with the right bread. That's it.
What do you that you can share
Yeah.
that you're seeing that's making you more confident the more you watch him?
Every time I look at him, like when you just watch something. and you try to find something that's like this is definitely a problem. His power doesn't scare me. I've been in there with heavy punchers. Um, I don't see a lot of defense from him. Nothing he can adapt overnight. You feel me? He don't want to bang on the inside with me. He don't want to box with me. There's nothing he can do really. It's just he has that power, and you don't want to get caught. But other than that, man, like I'm not tripping. Like I'm ready. Word.
And the length to go with the power.
Got the length. He got the length too. He definitely got the length to go with the power. You just gotta like. But I said I done fought. I was like he's never been in there. Like I've been in there with guys very similar to him and guys better than him. He's never been in there with anybody remotely close to as good as me. You feel me? And I just don't think he's ready. Word. And no matter what sparring he could get, no matter how much training he gets, and Yuri, I know you're probably listening to this. I want you to listen well. No matter what they tell you, no matter what sparring you have, no matter what training you do, you could run 100 miles today. There's nothing you could do, bro. Until June 27th, you're going down, bro. Word.
Some Dominican fighters, if you look at that lineage, they have a lot of talent and athleticism, right? But they
Mhm.
sometimes lack gears
Yeah.
before you get into fights. Do you think that plays a role in this fight with him, or
I could see that happening too. You feel me? It's just a matter of just showing him like just it's just really just nullifying him, bro. I want when we get in the ring, he just understands like my time is all too late and he's already in the ring. He's gonna feel like a small fish in a big ocean, bro. You feel me? That's the main thing that I really want to get across to him. By the time he really sits back and his brain really renders and processes what actually is taking place right now, he's gonna be far too late. Word.
drown him and dog him?
Drown him. Drown him and dog him out, bro. And that's it. And embarrass him. Slip, make him miss, make him pay, walk him down, hit him to the body. You feel me? Just weaken him and weaken his will every chance you get.
Now, when you talk about walking him down and you've shown a lot of that on tape that you
Yeah.
like to dog it out on a guy, and you do
Yeah.
it with. So one thing though, Andre Ward, he
Mm-hmm.
talks about fighters shouldn't go to the shoulder roll kind of
Don't do
look
anything about it.
too soon.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
you should he I mean this is just Dre. He prefers
Yeah.
I start more up here
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
eventually drop. And
Yeah. 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 Word.
but I've seen
Yeah.
you sometimes, and you got the head movement, but I've seen
Yeah.
you drop both hands a little bit, both hands
Yeah.
a little bit on the low side.
Yeah.
Is that a problem for
You
you
know,
getting into a guy with
you
this
gotta,
athleticism?
you go into a fight with guys like this, you know the risk you take, you feel me? In the moment, it's like something, bro. I don't really know how to really describe it. Sometimes you'll just be there and like your hands will just say like you'll just take a deep breath and your hands will just kind of just go down and like you'll just be like in that moment for a split second and then from there like then it's like okay fuck it whatever is there we're here right now you feel me and then like I don't like and I can show you better than I can tell you. It's kind of hard for me to explain. I choke up a little bit when I explain it because it's hard to really get like words to use it. I
Yeah.
just know like the more we take these type of fights the more it's just they're just gonna know like bro, like I'm just trying to march towards 99 overall every time, bro. Just try to get better every time. And like there's gonna be times you gotta put your hands up, of course. Um, but I feel like I'm at my best when like, when I just get in the ring, man. I could do anything in there, bro. It's weird. It's weird. I can't even think about it, bro.
The flow state that everybody
Flow
talks
state, that's
about.
the best way to
Yeah,
put it. Yeah, it's weird, bro.
yeah. But do you ever watch back on some of those fights and be like, I gotta tighten that up? Like it looks a little
Yeah.
precarious in
Yeah,
spot.
like I said, road to 99 overall, man. Like you're not gonna get 99 overall without looking over, critiquing, getting better, and just sharpening. It's like you're making a statue. Think of a statue, and every day you just gotta find a way to chisel it. And the statue looks really good today, but over here it looks a little bit like we need to sharpen this part right here. All right, cool. All right, take a step back. All right, right here looks good, but we gotta fix over here. So it's never gonna be a complete finished product. Look at Usyk. Usyk just fought that guy the other day and the guy was giving Usyk problems. I believe Usyk had to make adjustments on the fly, and like in his brain, like he had to figure it out. You're never gonna be a perfect fighter. Usyk, maybe I want to say he's had hundreds of amateur fights plus these professional fights. He could be 10,000, 20,000 rounds in, maybe even more than that, like of his whole career. And he still has to fix it. He still has to adjust things. You feel me? So even after I dominate this guy, I'll probably be going back and watching over my fight like a couple months from now and be like, yo, I gotta tighten up this because your next opponent, you never know what your next opponent could see, you know?
Well, I do want to talk about your experiences in the camp with Ennis, but lastly, man, about this fight, it's
Yeah.
a it's been an open middleweight division, especially after what happened with Janabek.
Mhm.
but young guys like Amari Jones are starting to carve their path now
Yeah,
to the top of
yeah,
the division.
yeah,
You got a 23-year-old in yourself, a
yeah, yeah,
26-year-old undefeated guy
yeah,
in yourself. Like,
yeah, yeah.
just
And
how
that's what I want to talk about, hey, bro. And no hate, like no shade, no hate. Like Amari, he got where he got. He must have earned it because he got where he got to. But to be 100% true, if me and you sat down and went on BoxRec and looked at all his resume and who he fought actually to get there, bro, I don't see not a notable person. I don't see not a good record. I don't see nobody that was like, okay, he fought him. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. I believe like his last two fights was his first fights on television. To be real, so it's like, I feel like a lot of these guys are trying to cut the line. Like trying to, bro. I've been putting in pain for like the last 6 years. I've been a middleweight for like the last 3 years now. Two years going to three. You feel me? I fought a couple notable guys like a Troy Williamson, obviously Lorenzo Simpson. I fought Francisco Verone. You feel me? So like as time goes on, I'm adding these names to my list, and I don't see these other contemporaries of mine doing the same thing. You feel me? Kudos to Yuri for taking the fight with me. Yuri's taking the fight with me. He's trying to show how greatness he is. That's how they building this whole card pursuit of greatness. Um, I don't get it. But
I mean, Gaultieri was a former champion that he beat. His only loss was to Janibek. He
Gaultieri,
Yeah, he had an IBF belt.
that was the one. Was that? What was
The
the last
last
fight?
fight in
But
California. Yeah.
even before the last fight, though, like what I'm trying to say,
Cuba,
before like
Cuba fought some top names.
which
He's older now. He was in his last fight of his
we're
career.
talking about
Arias, Luis
yeah,
Arias. Yeah,
yeah,
so the last two guys have
nah,
it's
yeah.
a step up.
They've been
Yeah,
they've been stepping them up, but I'm like seeing like I don't think he's gotten stepped up the right way, and time does everything the right way. You feel me? The Gaultieri guy, like, come on, like, he's a world champion, but it's like it's all about when. Like, I'm fighting guys that's 25, 26, 27, 23. Like, you feel me? And like I said, no hate, no shade, because he wouldn't be where he is without. I'm trying to say, but for me, time gonna tell everything. That's how I look at it. And like I said, bro, when the lights come on, bro, and we get into that water and niggas start drowning, that's when they gonna know it's serious. Word.
good potential fight down the line. You and Amari Jones. So
Yeah, he knows what's up with me already, though. Listen, man, they know what's up with me already, bro. Eventually, they can't run away from me. You get what I'm trying to say? So, word. He's terrified of me, petrified, bro. I'm telling you.